What's up, party people? Johnny here. Today, I'm going to be doing some unboxing of action figures. So, Toys R Us years ago, when Funko first came out with these Five Nights at Freddy's figures, I have all five. I purchased all of them. I had them on my wall, but because my siblings, when they came in, they didn't watch where their big back shoulders were going, so they would knock them off the wall. Unfortunately, a lot of the box is kind of damaged. For instance, if you look inside, Chica's arm came off. Golden Freddy, poor guy, damage right there in the box. They're also quite dusty too. But these poor boxes took a beating. So let's give it a shot. So I know these figures, collect all five, you get to build Springtrap. So yeah, it's gonna go all in for it. So we have Freddy. Cool. When were these made? 2016. Damn! Am I able to just yank it off? Yeah. I don't need my box cutter. Never mind. Okay. Okay. Well, he just fell out perfectly. That's cool. And there's Springtrap's arm. There's microphone. That looks to be it. Alrighty. Yeah, they're a fudge. Not. I know my nephew watches my videos, and I don't want him to hear me cursing. Oh, these are pretty cool. Oh wow, his arm just fell off really easily. If I could put it back on, let's see. Okay. It popped back on. Good. But there's Freddy. That's cool. I really like these. I remember when I first got these, I was like, do I open them? Do I not open them? I always planned on keeping them in the box. But again, like I said, siblings don't watch where they're going. And they consistently fell off the wall. Okay, there's Freddy. I'm going to lay him down just in case if he falls over, he doesn't fall into millions of pieces. Let me get Springtrap's body so I can start connecting them. We got Foxy up in here. Ooh. Come on. Oh, it's getting all dark. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay, there's Foxy. And Springtrap's head and torso. Any accessories? Looks like there's no accessories, just making sure. Okay. So there's Foxy. Looking pretty foxy. Cool. Nice. I like the joints, they're really cool. I'm pretty happy. I got these at Toys R Us. Rest in peace. Well, I heard they're slowly coming back, slowly but surely. But there's Foxy. And there's Fredward, or Freddy. Me. Let's start putting Springtrap together. Let's see. Okay. This is right, yeah. So, bloop. Come on, get in there. There we go. Cool. Alrighty, who else do we have next? Do we have an arm? Is this an arm and our leg? That's a leg. We'll do legs last. Is this an arm, leg? That's an arm. We have Golden Freddy. I'm not familiar with the game. I really like the idea of the game. It's like, you know, Chuck E. Cheese kind of rip off kind of thing. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. But here's Golden Freddy. Okay. Is it the same? Yeah, it's basically, yeah, it's all the same sculpt of regular Freddy. That's pretty cool. And just like Freddy, Golden Freddy comes with the microphone. That's pretty cool. Let's see if they can sing together. Babe. I got you, babe. I got you, babe. Oh, that came off. I accidentally cut the video. That was my bad. But now we have Springtrap's other arm. Let's give it a shot. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. Damn. Stay on. There you go. And what's cool is Halloween Horror Nights is coming out with a Five Nights at Freddy's haunted house, however you want to call it. I call it maze. That's how I grew up calling them. I was calling them mazes. But people want to change it now to houses. But, oh well. I think it's pretty exciting, pretty cool. I think it's going to be based off of the movie or the game. Who knows? There's a Springtrap's leg. Let's put this bad boy on. It's a pretty tight fit. Cochinos. But here's Bonnie. Just like both Freddy's and unlike Foxy, Bonnie comes with guitar. I don't want to break the guitar. I'm just going to leave it because I don't want to break it. These are pretty cool toys. Or action figures. That's pretty cool. And we already have one of Springtrap's legs on. It's pretty dope, pretty cool. I like this. And last but not least, we got Chica. Oh yeah, Chica. Come on, girl. There we go. Alrighty. I like how. So with some action figures, what I don't like is you have to wrestle with that plastic to get them out. But when it comes to these just fall out once you pull the plastic out. So I think that's pretty cool, not having to wrestle. All right, got all the pieces out. Let me get Chica's little arm. Make sure it's not fully broken when it fell off the wall. Okay, that seems to be everything. All right, let me put Chica's arm on. There we go. El Chica. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. Very vibrant colors. Let's eat. That's always my favorite time of the day. When they say, let's eat. And like I said, like Freddy, like Golden Freddy, like Bonnie, and unlike Foxy, Chica comes with Mr. Cupcake. Look at that. Little face, little eyes, little buck teeth. You got a little candle on a little plate. And you get to balance it. What a cupcake! What a cupcake! That's pretty cool. And let's see. Springtrap's other leg. Okay, that felt a little weird putting that on, but that's cool. And then, oh, well, that fell off. Get back in there. Okay. And there's Springtrap. Looks pretty good. Try to make sure you guys can see it. With the lighting, it's kind of horrible in here. But there's his eyes. Looks pretty good. All the wiring inside. Little robotic feet. There's his behind. Pretty good. The wear and tear on it. It's pretty good. Very nice. We're going to take a closer look at Chica. Got her with the eyes, the beak, the feathers up top. Look pretty good. Got the bib, but let's see. Looks like confetti. You got the Chica toes. Little metal toes. There's the Chica behind. Nothing really happening. Unlike Springtrap with all the details in the back, there's nothing happening. Okay. Here we have Bonnie. Nice looking ears, good looking eyes, the teeth. Got a little bow tie, kind of like Pee Wee Herman. You got the Bonnie toes, all three. And then in the back, nothing much, but you do have a little Bonnie tail. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's do Foxy. Oh wait, here's Bonnie's guitar. Very nice, very nice. Very thick from right here, so that's why it's going to be kind of hard to put in his hands from the way it looked, because both of his hands are sculpted the same way. But there's the guitar. In the back, plain Jane, nothing really happening. Here we have Foxy. Alright, got the eye patch. I used to rock an eye patch back in the day due to my lazy eye. Try to help strengthen the vision, so I know what he's going through. I know what it's like. You have the Foxy robotic arms. Pretty tore up. You have his little hook. Where does Foxy buy his hook? At the second-hand store. Wow, that was a bad joke. You have the Foxy robotic legs. Got little Foxy toes. Nothing really happening in the back. Plain Jane. But that's about it for Foxy. Nice looking mouth on it too. Look at that. It's pretty good, pretty good. I do appreciate that they put like a big chunk, like it's a sculpted chunk of black plastic in there. Just so that the mouth, you know, if I were to, you know, pack it up somewhere, if I'm moving, I know it's not going to break. That it's there for kind of like extra support, which is pretty good. He looks like, oh. And here we have both Golden Freddy as well as regular Freddy. They're basically the same sculpt, but different paint apps, obviously. Black hat. Obviously, he's brown. He's not gold. He's yellow. Golden Freddy has all black eyes. Black tie. You got the Freddy toes, Freddy feet. In the back, nothing really happening. Alright. When it comes to the articulation, it's pretty cool. They're all like on ball joints, I believe. So, you know. Somewhat kick up that high. That's about it. The sculpt work kind of gets in the way. When it comes to the joints, I like how, like, you can pop them in and pop them out, but you see like that space right there, that there's no plastic. It kind of adds like some really, you know, for some really good motion. You see? I think it's pretty cool. Same for the arms and all that. And Foxy's arm just came off. That's probably the biggest downside about these kind of joints, is that they're gonna fall off easily. Like, looks like Foxy's arm is gonna be, or hand is gonna be kind of a numbskull to keep on. But oh well, we'll just leave them like that. But they're pretty cool. I like them. Pause the video. I do apologize. My table is a little bit of a mess. We are currently packing up our stuff to move out, but however, these are the figures standing up. I do like how wide and big the feet are, because they're pretty good at, you know, at standing. They're good with balancing. So we have Freddy, Golden Freddy, Foxy, Chica, Mr. Cupcake, Bonnie, the guitar, and Springtrap. Bye.